As we are at stage 3, paragraph page 201. Last headword was along, new work type of lesson. Okay, so let's start with revision. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, one moment. Oh, my computer froze. Okay, one moment. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
What does the verb to talk mean? What does the verb to talk mean? The
The
verb to
verb to
talk
talk
means
means to
to
speak.
speak. Do you talk to your friends on your mobile every day? Do you talk to your friends on your mobile every day? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
talk
talk
to
to
my
my
friends on my
friend
mobile
on
every
my
day.
mobile every day.
Very good. What does the teacher generally do if you start talking to the students next to you during the lesson? What does the teacher generally do if you start talking to the student next to you during the lesson? If I start
If I
talking
start
to the
talking to
student
the student
next to me during the
next to
lesson,
me during the
the
lesson,
teacher generally
he
asks me to
continually
stop
asks
talking.
me to stop talking.
Right? Is it right to say I am talking English? Is it right to say I am talking English? No, it
No, it
isn't right
isn't
to
right
say
to say
I am
I am
talking.
talking English.
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
What must we say instead? What must we say instead? We must say
We
I'm
must
speaking
say
English
I'm
instead.
speaking English instead.
Can you hear any voices in the next room? Can you hear any voices in the next room? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
can't.
can't hear any
Any voices
voices
in
in the
the.
next room.
Very good. What's the past tense of the verb to do? What's the past tense of the verb to do? The past
The
tense
first
of the
step
verb to
of the
do
verb to
is
do
did.
is did.
Very good. How do we form the past tense of regular verbs? How do we form the past tense of regular verbs? We form the
It
past tense
forms past
of
tense of
regular
regular
verbs by
verb
putting the
by putting
letters
the
ed at the
letters
end.
ed at the end.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. For example,
For example,
walk, walked.
walked
I generally walk to school.
to school.
I
I
walked
walked
to
to
school
school.
yesterday. Wait, did you watch television last week? Did you watch television last week? Yes, I
Yes,
watched
I watched the
television last week.
television yes last week.
Did you walk to school yesterday? Did you walk to school yesterday? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
yes, I
walked to
walked to
school
school
yesterday.
yesterday.
What did you use to answer the last question? What did you use to answer the last question? I used my voice
Used my
to
voice
answer the
to
last
answer
question.
the question.
When did last season end? When did last season end? Last season
Last season
ended
ended
on the month
on
of.
the month of
Right,
1st of November.
no, month of November. Very good. Do you work? Did you work last month? Did you work last month? Yes,
Yes,
I
I
worked
worked
last
last
month.
month.
How long did last season last? How long did last season last? Last season
Last
lasted
season
about
lasted
3 months.
about 3 months.
Did you live at home with your parents when you were a small child? Did you live at home with your parents when you were a small child? Yes, I
Yes,
lived
I
at
lived
home
at
with
home
my
with my
parents
parents
when I was.
when I was a small child.
Greg, did you move any parts of your body during the last lesson? Did you move any parts of your body during the last lesson? Yes, I
Yes,
moved
I
some
moved
parts
some
of
part
my
of
body
my body
during the
during
last
the
lesson.
lesson.
How do we make a negative sentence in the past tense? How do we make a negative sentence in the past tense? We make a
We
negative
make a
sentence in the
negative
past
sense,
tense
past
by
tense
using the
by
word did
using the word
and the
did and
infinitive
the
without
infinitive
to.
with to.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. I didn't work
I didn't
last
work.
Saturday. I didn't work last Saturday.
Didn't I didn't work last Saturday.
How do we make a question in the past tense? How do we make a question in the past tense? We make a
We
question
make
in
a
the past
question in the
tense
past tense
by using the word
using
did
the word
and
and the
the infinitive
infinitive
without
without
to.
to.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Did you work last
You
Saturday?
work last Saturday.
Wait, did I ask you 1,000 questions last lesson? Did I ask you 1,000 questions last lesson? No,
No, you didn't ask a
me
thousand question last
last
lesson.
lesson. Very good. Did you talk to anybody in your family last week? Did you talk to anybody in your family last week? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I
Yes, I
talked to
talked to
somebody in my
somebody in
family
my
last
family
week.
last week.
Did last lesson end at 11 p.m.? Did last lesson end at 11 p.m.? No.
The
Last lesson
no, the last lesson
didn't end
didn't
at
end at
11
11 p.m.
p.m. It ended at
It ended at
5:30 p.m.
5:30 p.m.
Very good. Did you call anybody on your mobile phone yesterday? Did you call anybody on your mobile phone yesterday? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
yes,
called
I called
somebody on my mobile
somebody
phone
on my
yesterday.
mobile phone yesterday.
Did you want to come to school today? Did you want to come to school today? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I want
wanted to
to
come
come
to
to
school
school
today.
today. Very good. Can you see any trees from where you're sitting? Can you see any trees from where you're sitting? Yes or no?
No, I
I
can't see any trees
from
from
where?
where I'm sitting.
Very good. Do you live on a farm? Do you live on a farm? No, I don't live
No, I
on a
don't
farm.
live on a farm.
What's the plural of sheep? What's the plural of sheep? The plural
The
of sheep
plural
is
of
sheep.
sheep is sheep.
Name some animals we can see on a farm. Name some animals we can see on a farm. On a
On
farm,
a
we
farm,
can
we
see
can
pigs,
see
cows,
pigs,
sheep,
cows,
chickens,
sheep,
and horses.
chickens, and horses.
Very good. Is there peace between all the countries of the world at the moment? Is there peace between all the countries of the world at the moment? No, there
No,
isn't
there isn't
peace
a peace
between all the
between all
countries
the
of the
countries
world
of the world
at the
at this
moment.
moment.
Can we measure exactly the quantity of water in the sea? Can we measure exactly the quantity of water in the sea? No, we
No,
can't
I can't
measure
measure
exactly the
exactly the
quantity of
quantity of
water in the sea.
water in the sea.
Is it necessary to study a lot if we want to learn a subject well? Is it necessary to study a lot if we want to learn a subject well? Yes, it's
Yes, it
necessary
is
to study a
it,
lot.
it's
It's
necessary
to
to study
study
a lot
if we want to learn
if you want to
a
learn
subject
a
well.
subject.
Very good. When you have a meal in a restaurant, do you generally pay by cash or by card? When you have a meal in a restaurant, do you generally pay by cash or by card? When I have a meal
When I
in a
have a
restaurant,
meal
I
in a
generally
restaurant,
pay by.
I generally pay by card.
Very good. And who takes the money from you? And who takes the money from you? The waiter or
Waiter, the
waitress
waiter or
or waitress
waitress
takes the card from me.
takes takes the card from me.
Very good. Okay, next. If I want to go from there to the station, must I go along ABC Street? If I want to go from there to the station, must I go along ABC Street? Yes. If you want
Yes,
to
if
go
you
from
want to
here
go from
to the
here
station,
to the
you must
station,
go along
you must go
ABC
around
Street.
ABC Street.
Which streets do you walk along when you go home? Which streets do you walk along when you go home? I walk along
I walk around ABC
when
Street
I
when I
go
go
home.
home.
Is there a white line along the road from there to the next town? Is there a white line along the road from there to the next town? Yes, there's a
Yes,
white
there
line
is
along the
the
road
white line along the
from
road from
here
here
to the next
to the
town.
next town.
Very good. And that's the end of our revision. Let's have new word. Very good. Okay, so let's start. Okay, repeat way.
Way,
Very good. Okay, listen. The word way is a noun. We use the word way when we are talking about how to do something or how to get to a place. For example, the quickest way to the station from here is to go along A Street. Or the best way to remember something very well is to repeat it often. Let's practice. Which is the quickest way to the station from there? Which is the quickest way to the station from there? The quickest way to
the
the
quickest
station
way
from
to the
here
station
is
from
to
here
go along
is to go around
ABC Street.
ABC Street.
Which is the best way to remember something very well? Which is the best way to remember something very well? The best way
The
to
best way
remember
to
something
remember
very well
something
is
very
to
well
repeat it often.
is to repeat it often.
Wait, do you know the way from there to Tokyo by road? Do you know the way from there to Tokyo by road? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I
know
the
the road,
way from here
the way from
to
here
Tokyo by road.
to Tokyo by road.
Wait, what's the best way to learn a language? What's the best way to learn a language? The best way
The
to
best
learn
way
a
to
language
learn the
is to
language
study a lot
is to study a
and
lot
repeat, repeat,
and
and
repeat,
repeat.
repeat, repeat, and repeat.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. How often?
How often?
Very good. Okay, listen. How often means how many times? For example, how many times do you come here? I come here 5 times a week. Or we can say, how often do you come here? Another example is, how often do we live? We only live once. Okay, let's practice. How often do you come here? How often do you come here? I come
I
here
come here about five,
5 times
5 times
a
a
week.
week.
Very good. How often do you go to the cinema? How often do you go to the cinema? I go to the
I go
cinema
to
about
go to the cinema
once a
about
month.
once a month.
Very good. How often do we live? How often do we live? We only live once.
We only live once.
How often do you text your friends? How often do you text your friends? I text my
I
friends
text to my friend every day.
every day. Very good. Okay, next repeat. Health.
Health,
Healthy.
healthy,
Unhealthy.
unhealthy,
Fresh.
fresh,
Chips.
chips,
Salad.
salad.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word health is a noun, while the word healthy is an adjective. The word unhealthy is the opposite of healthy. Newly picked fruits and vegetables are fresh. Chips like Lay's, potato chips, etc., are unhealthy snacks. If we put fresh fruit and vegetables together, we make salad. Okay, let's practice. Is it good for the health to eat fresh fruit and vegetables? Is it good for the health to eat fresh fruits and vegetables? Yes, it's
Yes,
good
it
for the
is.
health
It is good for the
to
health
eat fresh
to,
fruit and
to
vegetables.
eat fruits and vegetable.
Which is healthier to have with our lunch, chips or salad? Which is healthier to have with our lunch, chips or salad? Salad is healthier
Salad
to
is
have
healthy
with our
to
lunch than chips.
to our lunch
Than
than
chips.
chips.
One more. Salad is healthier
Salad
to have
is healthier to
with
have
our lunch than chips.
our lunch than chips.
Greg, is it healthy to go to bed late every day? Is it healthy to go to bed late every day? No, it
No,
isn't
it isn't
healthy to
healthy
go to
to
bed
go to
late
bed late
every
every
day.
day.
It's unhealthy
It's
to go
unhealthy
to bed late every
to
day.
go to bed late every day.
Very good. Okay, next word is agree.
Agree.
Very good. Okay, the word agree is a verb. When you agree with something, it means that you think it's right or correct. For example,
Hmm,
I agree that 2 plus 2 equals 4.
hmm,
Disagree is the opposite of agree. For example, I don't agree that Paris is an ugly place. I disagree.
hmm.
Let's practice. 2 plus 2 equals 7. 2 plus 2 equals 7. Do you agree? No, I don't
No,
agree
I don't
that 2
agree.
plus 2
2 plus 2
equals 7.
equals
I disagree.
7. I disagree.
Do you agree that Paris is an ugly place? Do you agree that Paris is an ugly place? No, I
No,
don't
I don't
agree that
agree.
Paris is
Paris
an
is
ugly place.
an ugly
I
place.
disagree.
I disagree.
Gregor, do you always agree with everything people say? Do you always agree with everything people say? No, I don't
No,
always
I
agree
don't
with
always
everything
agree
people say.
with everything people say.
Sometimes I agree
Sometimes I
and
agree.
sometimes I disagree.
Disagree.
And sometimes I disagree. Very good.
And
I disagree. Okay.
I
Which is it?
disagree.
Which is it right to say? I agree or I'm agree. Which is it right to say? I agree or I'm agree. It's right to
It's,
say
it's
I
right
agree.
to say and
I
I
agree.
agree.
Very good. Okay, next word is add.
Add.
Very good. Okay, listen. 13 plus 30 equals 43. I'm adding 13 and 30. To add means to put something to something or to put things together. For example, we put sugar to our tea or coffee. Or we can say we add sugar to our tea and coffee. We add the letters ed to a regular verb to form its past tense. Let's practice. 14 plus 80 equals 94. 14 plus 80 equals 94. What am I doing? You're adding
You are adding
14 and
13,
80.
14 and 18.
Wait, 80.
80.
Very good. Is it complicated to add the numbers 15 and 30 together? Is it complicated to add the numbers 15 and 30 together? No. It
No,
isn't
it isn't
complicated to add
complicated
the
to
numbers
add
15
the numbers 15
and 30 together.
and 30
It's
together.
simple.
It's simple.
What do we sometimes add to our tea and coffee? What do we sometimes add to our tea and coffee? We sometimes add
We sometimes add
milk and sugar
milk and
to our
sugar
tea and coffee.
to our tea and coffee.
What do we add to a regular verb to form its past tense? What do we add to a regular verb to form its past tense? We add the
We add
letters ed
the letters
to a
ed
regular verb
to the regular
to
verb
form its past tense.
to form to past
Form
tense.
its past tense.
Is past tense.
Very good. Next, repeat. Jump,
Job,
jump. Okay.
jump.
Listen. Jump is a verb. For example, I can't jump up and touch the ceiling because the ceiling's too high. I can't jump over the table with both my feet together. Let's practice. Can you jump over this table with both your feet together? Can you jump over this table with both your feet together? No, I
No,
can't
I
jump
can't
over
jump
that table
over the
with
table
both my
with
feet together.
both my feet together.
Can you jump up and touch the ceiling? Can you jump up and touch the ceiling? Yes or no?
No, I
I
can't
can't jump
jump
up and touch the ceiling.
jump up and touch the ceiling
Why not? Why not? Because the ceiling's too
because
high.
the ceiling is too high.
Where can you jump as high as a house? Huh. Can you jump as high as a house? No, I
No,
can't
I
jump
can't
as
jump
high as a
as
house.
high as the house.
Very good. Next, repeat. Corner.
Corner,
Up.
up.
Very good. Listen, the word corner is a noun. For example, this is the corner of the book.
Mhm.
Okay, the book has four corners, like one, two, three, four. Okay. The word at is a preposition. For example, we can't sit at the corner of a round table because a round table has no corners. Let's practice. What's this? What's this? It's a corner
It's a
of the book.
corner of the book.
Are you sitting in the corner of your room? Are you sitting in a corner of your room? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm
I'm sitting
sitting
in a
corner of
corner
the room
of my room.
in the corner of my room.
Very good. Can you sit at the corner of a round table? Can you sit at the corner of a round table? No, I
No, I
can't sit
can't
at
sit
the corner
at
of
the
a round
corner
table.
of the around table
Why not? Why not? Because a round table
because
has no
round
corners.
table has no corner.
Very good. Okay, next, where am I standing? Where am I standing? You're standing
You are
at the
standing
corner of the
at
table.
the corner of the table.
Very good. Where am I standing? Where am I standing? You're
You
standing
are
in the
standing
corner of the
in
room.
the corner of the room.
Very good. Okay, next, repeat. Ship,
Ship,
boat.
boat.
Very good. Okay, listen. Ship and boat are nouns. For example, the Titanic was a ship. We can't go by ship from Paris to Milan because both cities are inland. A boat is smaller than a ship. Let's practice. Can we go by ship from Paris to Milan? Can we go by ship from Paris to Milan? No, we
No,
can't
I
go by
can't
ship.
go to
By
by
ship
ship
from Paris to Milan.
from Paris to Milan
Why not? Why not? Because both
because
cities are inland.
all cities in inland.
Or because both cities
Ah, because both
are
cities
inland.
inland
Very
are
good.
inland.
Is a boat larger than a ship? Is a boat larger than a ship? No, a boat
No,
isn't
a
larger
boat
than a ship.
isn't
It's
larger
smaller
than a
than a
ship.
ship.
It's smaller than a ship.
Very good. Okay, next, repeat. Almost.
Almost.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word almost is the synonym of nearly. For example, almost everybody in my country has a mobile phone. Okay, let's practice. Are we almost at the end of the lesson? Are we almost at the end of the lesson? Yes or no?
No,
We
yes,
aren't
yes,
all.
we are,
Yes, we're almost
yes, we are
at the end
almost
of the
at the
lesson.
end of the lesson.
Does almost everybody in your country has a mobile phone? Does almost everybody in your country have a mobile phone? Yes,
Yes,
almost
almost
everybody in
people,
my
ah,
country. Almost
almost
everybody
everybody
in my
in my
country has a
country
mobile phone.
has a mobile phone.
Very. If you want to use people, almost all people. Okay. Very good. Okay, one more. Repeat. Desk,
desk,
office,
office,
job.
job,
Very good. Okay, listen. A desk is almost the same as a table, but we use desk for working or for studying. We generally see people sitting at desks in offices and classrooms. An office is a noun. It is a room where a person goes to work. Job means work. For example, it's easier to get a good job in my country if you speak English. In some jobs, people can work from home instead of going to an office. Let's practice. Where do we generally see people sitting at desk? Where do we generally see people sitting at desk? We generally see
we
people
generally
sitting at desk. We generally see
we
people
generally see people
sitting at desk
sitting at
in
desk
offices and
in
classrooms.
office or classroom.
In some jobs, can people work from home instead of going to an office? In some jobs, can people work from home instead of going to an office? Yes, in some
Yes,
jobs,
in some jobs,
people can work from home
people work from home
instead of going to an
instead
office.
of going to an office.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay.
Okay, so our reading, last reading is at page 138, stage 3. Last headword was cup. Okay, please start at page 139. Longer than, shorter than. Stage 3,
Okay.